You're watching Pulse for the 1st of September, and it's time for some StarCraft news. In this week's episode, we take a look at the usual GSL updates, a quick MLG Raleigh recap, some NASL news, a pretty interesting new build order planner, and more. Let's get started. So here we are, starting the StarCraft news off with the GSL updates. The GSL August Codes round of 8 has been completed. Pult took down Keen with a score of 3-1, Top took down Genius with a score of 3-1, MVP beat Huck 3-0, and July beat Ryung 3-2. That leaves Pult versus Top and MVP versus July for the semi-finals. If you want to catch those live, be sure to head on over to gomtv.net on September the 5th to tune in. The GSL August Code finals have also been played. As I mentioned last week, Gunzi was set to take on Marine King, and he definitely did. Gunzi is our new Code champion, and he took down Marine King with a score of 4-3. The series between these two players was incredibly close and one of the best I've seen to date. I would say I feel pretty bad that Marine King once again failed to win, but I gotta say, making it to the finals as many times as he has, that's impressive enough on its own. Now let's have a look at the GSTL results we missed from last week. In Venus Week 9, NS Hosio took on Xenix, and NS Hosio took Xenix down with a score of 4-1. NS Hosio's Zerg player Seal managed a pretty impressive all-kill on Xenix. Then in Jupiter Week 9, Prime also managed an all-kill on F United. Their Zerg player Boong Boong took down the entire opposing team. Next up was OGS vs Slayers, where things were thankfully a little closer. OGS managed to take that with a score of 4-2, with some impressive performances by Supernova and MC. Then in the GSL extras, below you can read about the August up and down groups. Those are set to be played next Monday to Wednesday. I will report on them when they've been played. Last up, GSL is celebrating its first birthday soon, and they're happy to announce that all their VODs will be free for 48 hours to celebrate. It's starting on September the 3rd and ending on September the 5th. That means every single VOD on their website in full HD. Definitely worth checking out if you're a StarCraft 2 or GSL fan. You can find both of those linked below. Now it's time to have a look at what happened at MLG Raleigh, and there was indeed a lot going down there. A lot of fun, a lot of drama, and some pretty interesting results too. Now the biggest thing to mention here is that 6 of the top 8 players were in fact Koreans. The only 2 foreigners to make top 8 at 7th and 8th were Huck and Sho. So who made it to the finals? Startails Bomber and Slayers Kokar. Bomber entered the grand final with a 2-0 lead due to the extended series rule, but lost the first game on Metalopolis to Kokar. After that, the Terran player managed to take the last 2 games he needed off the Zerg playing Kokar to win the extended series and the $5,000 first place prize. Kokar in second place took home $3,000, Dongray Gu $2,000 in third place, then Nada $1,400, Puma $1,000, and in 6th place, Hero, $700. Now there's a lot of coverage all over the internet for MLG Raleigh, but right here on YouTube, you can have a look at Team Liquid's channel, EG's channel, ESFI World's channel, Complexity Gaming's channel, and Ask Joshy's channel. They all have a bunch of cool videos up about the event, and all of them are well worth having a look at. So now in our MLG extras, and I have to say our action-packed MLG extras, MLG has announced a global invitational with finals at Providence. You can read more about that below. It's looking pretty good. There are rumors floating around that Milkus has been offered a position at MLG. You can check out the Team Liquid MLG Raleigh Recap, the MLG Raleigh Post-Mortem over at I Am Esports. You can have a look at a bunch of photo galleries from the event, and in our more drama-filled updates, you can read why TLO missed his first match of pool play. You can read about one of the unlikely heroes at MLG Raleigh in the form of Complexity Gaming's Trimaster. He performed incredibly well and took down a bunch of big name players, and tying in with that, you can check out some more Idra rage. You can see Idra and In Control switching personalities in an interview. That was actually pretty good, and there's a lot more other stuff down there. Be sure to check the links below for all of that, and enjoy. Now for some quick NASL news. The NASL Season 2 Group Revelation show was held on the 30th of August, and, well, the groups have been revealed. You can have a look at the groups on your screens right now, and I gotta say, some of those groups are looking pretty tough. There are a ton of good players in there, and I can't wait for this season to start. As an extra to this, the full schedule for the second season of the North American Star League has been revealed. So if you have a specific player in mind that you want to watch, or you just want to know when it starts, which is on the 14th of September by the way, you should head on over to NASL.tv to check it out. With that done, let's check out the tournament and event smalls. Over at the official site, the Gamescom show match replays are now available, and you can check out the AHGL Season 1 wrap-up. Don't forget about Polafluke Spring Ling happening this weekend. And lastly, it seems like Shoutcraft Invitational number 3 is happening on the 10th and 11th of September. We don't have any more details other than that. Now in the lone piece of community news we're having a look at this week, we have a brand new and pretty shiny looking build order planner for StarCraft 2. This is a web-based build order planner that Delta One has apparently been working on for quite some time. The purpose of this tool? Well, that's pretty simple. To examine, optimize and share builds, and to fiddle around with ideas before trying them out in-game, because we all do know that that can be catastrophic at times. So this tool is incredibly easy to use and in my opinion has a bunch of super useful features. Build timings are actually visualized for you in a timeline, so it's incredibly easy to understand what's going on. It works for all the races. You can put absolutely every single unit in there, all the abilities, all the upgrades, everything. I urge you all to visit the Team Liquid thread to find out a little bit more about it and then try it out for yourself, because you have to experience this to know what it's all about. I will say that this is most likely not for everyone, and beginner players probably won't have much use for it right now, but still an amazing tool. Delta One definitely did good. Now let's have a look at the StarCraft 2 community smalls. First up, can you catch the Kraken? You should check this contest out over at myeg.net. You can check the latest blog post out over at Forbes titled Hurricane Irene was no match for Major League Gaming. Then Ars Technica have an interesting article up titled Inside the World of Professional StarCraft Players. ESL's new StarCraft 2 broadcast schedule has been revealed. There's another new application you can have a look at called SC2 Manager. Liquid Coliseum number 3 is up, this one featuring Hero. There's an interview up with Artosis, an interview with Maus Mana, a pretty interesting MC interview. Uzat has met up with Strelok and the result was incredibly hilarious. E.g. Idra switches to Terran. You should definitely check that post out over on Team Liquid. Then watch Destiny pull some sick tactical maneuvers. Have a listen to David Attenborough cast in StarCraft 2. Watch the top 5 blunders from the IPL. Check out a StarCraft 2 animated machinima titled Little Bob. And lastly, have a look at another custom map trailer, this one for Heavy Iron. Sadly, that's all I have for you in the StarCraft news for this week. I know it was a little lighter than usual, but you'll just have to survive till next week. Remember to check the links below, there is in fact a lot of stuff to go through there. So, thanks for watching, check back here soon for more. Remember to like the video, favorite it, share it with your friends, and subscribe. Most importantly though, happy StarCrafting.